Ever feel like you are stuck in a cycle of setting goals, designing systems, and working very hard to achieve them, but always falling short of your expectations? You're not alone. There's tons of elite performers that even if after reading hundreds of self-development books, they still feel they haven't unlocked their full potential. And typically that is because there's one crucial missing piece. Something so important that ancient philosophers, but also modern psychologists all agree on. Without that thing, there's no possibility of unlocking and sustaining peak performance. And once you get it right, everything changes because things naturally fall into place. This video is about what that thing is, how to get it right, and what is the specific protocol that we work our clients through to make sure that this really becomes the fundamental key of their peak performance journey. Welcome back. My name is Castillo, founder of Selfmastered Peak Performance Institute for entrepreneurs. We help entrepreneurs become elite performers. They can achieve in one day what they previously achieved in 1 week without any procrastination, overwhelm, and burnout. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing because we're releasing weekly videos to help you become everything you could ever be. So this video is about that fundamental missing piece that all elite performers have and average performers don't. That really makes all the difference. Until you unlock this, all of your self-development efforts will always fall short of your potential. And you may have heard what I'm going to share before, but I can guarantee that you have never listened to such a clear framework like the one that I'm about to show it to you. So take pen and paper and walk with me in this journey. That missing piece, that thing that all elite performers have, is a vision, a compelling vision articulated the right way that propels them forward, that takes them from where they are to where they want to go. Now, the problem is that most average performers believe that vision is something you just create on a piece of paper or you put it on a vision board and that's it. No, that is not even scratching the surface of what a true vision is. Because truth is, average performers can create all sorts of vision boards, all sorts of goals for themselves, but they seldom actually go after them. Elite performers oftentimes don't even have any vision boards, don't even consciously articulate what they want, but they're so clear in their mind for what they're looking to get that they inevitably achieve it. So the vision has to come from within and has to be based on something psychologists call intrinsic motivation. So there's two types of motivation. One is extrinsic and the other one is intrinsic motivation. Extrinsic motivation is the kind of motivation that comes from external rewards. Things are typically mediated by someone else. Typically things are like, fame, money, whatever. Things that you believe you are going to get by doing the task that you're involved in. On the other side, intrinsic motivations are the things that are coming from within that you intrinsically feel motivated to change because they are important by themselves. You strongly believe that what you're doing is important by itself. And whatever outcomes comes from doing the thing, it's more than welcome. But you're not focused on the money or the cars or whatever it is that other people might be focused on. You're focused on mastering your craft to the point that the thing that you're looking towards is your craft, not the outcomes of the results from mastering the craft. Once your vision is based on intrinsic motivation, once the goal that you are chasing actually really revolves around becoming the absolute most elite version of yourself with that specific craft that you have selected for yourself, everything changes because you automatically start adjusting your work, your belief system, even the things that you're able to perceive to the new vision that you have created. Because every step in that direction stops being a means to an end, but it is an end in itself. Every single hour you put into your business, you put into every task, it is an end in itself. You have committed to mastering that because you have a vision of becoming the #1 person at that thing. Now, I hear you. You might be saying, but I just don't want to do anything other than making money. Well, that's the problem, because if you are competing against someone who is doing for fun what you're doing for profit, let me tell you, he's going to wipe you out. So what we typically do with our clients is that we will help them uncover what are the core fundamental drivers and wrap their future identity around that specific core intrinsic motivator, so that they can show up at their desk every day, even if they're overwhelmed, even if they're working with tons of clients, even if they first started the business to, buy a Lambo, whatever, they start seeing their work as a mean of completing a personal project, something that comes from within, something that makes them really better every single day that passes. And over time, they realize that that marketing agency that they started just to make money suddenly becomes a way of self-expression that allows them to become the masters of their own fate, the captain of their own soul. They are able to start working every day with a smile on their face and reinterpreting and reframing everything that life throws at them under positive light, because they are now accumulating experience in their quest towards being the most elite version of themselves, right? So just to recap, you need a vision, but that vision has to be intrinsically motivated. It has to be based upon specifically the things that made you unique, the things that actually matter to you. Now, how can you guarantee that you make this right? How can you make this actionable? How can you guarantee that this becomes your hidden competitive edge? By doing exactly what I'm going to be sharing with you. But before I share it, remember to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss out on any of the juicy stuff that we send your way. So first things first is to really think deeply about what are the things that matter the most to you right now in your life, in the world, and the things that give meaning to you. What is the belief that you have about your work and about your own existence that allows you to do what you do, right? And this is commonly referred as purpose. Now, purpose seems like this woo-woo thing, super kind of washy-washy that is not actionable, but it really is a very actionable thing because it is the gateway towards understanding intrinsic motivation. Asking yourself why you do what you do is a fundamental driver of uncovering that intrinsic motivation. Back to this marketing example thing, you are a marketing agency owner and you started this in order to make money, but then you realize that you really wanted to become free and you believe that freedom is a right for every individual, and you understand that the better you become at your marketing thing, the more money you're going to be making, but also the more service you're going to be giving to others, the more freedom you're going to be able to give yourself and your clients. So over time, the better you become at your craft, the freer you're going to be, and everyone around you and every client that you ever interact with. Boom, you got it. This is a first approximation to this concept of purpose. Let's say you codify that liberty, freedom, your ability to do what you want and help others do what they want is a purposeful thing for you. Then you go to step 2, which is articulating a vision around that purpose. Now, that vision typically is a 10-year goal, can be a 5-year goal, but the idea is that you think about your life within a sufficiently long time frame. It doesn't need to be actionable, right? Because we are aiming towards a vision that encompasses the whole aspects of your existence. Now, typical coaching model will ask you to think about relationship, about fun, about money. I believe that is too complicated. In our methodology, there's 4 pillars on the personal side and 1 pillar on the business side. On the personal side, you have your development, so the things, the skills you want to acquire, the things you want to learn. You also have your relationship, who are you surrounded with on the business side, on the personal side. Your health, of course, how healthy are you involved in any sports? And then finally, what I call the self-management or performance pillar. What are the things that you're not able to do right now you would like to be able to do, right? In terms of habits, in terms of beliefs, in terms of mindset. So those 4 things: health, development, performance, and relationships. And then of course you have your business, because I'm assuming you're an entrepreneur. Those 5 categories have to be crystal clear in your life. Back to this marketing example, that would be, well, assuming that this person wants to be, this marketing agency owner wants to have a 8-figure marketing business in which he works only 4 hours a day, that he is employing X amount of people. And for that, he has mastered paid acquisition, marketing, sales, all sorts of business skills, but he's actually a master at it. And he has proven within 10 years because he had already published a couple of books about it. On the health side, he cured any illness. On the relationship side, he has started a family that he can devote his full time to. And on the performance side, he is able to go to the gym every day. He's able to meditate every day. He's able to achieve in one day what he previously did achieve in a whole week because he's able to tap into flow states every day. All of those things integrate the vision. And all of that is fueled by this sense of liberty, this sense of personal freedom, that purpose of becoming the freer he can himself and also make his clients become also more free. Which leads me to step number 3. Once you have the purpose clear and the vision is absolutely crystal clear also in your mind, then is when the rubber meets the road, when we set a quarterly plan. Yearly plans don't work, 3-year plan don't work, the world is changing too fast. What works is having a very clear idea for the next 3 months, something that absolutely needs to happen for you to become closer to that vision. So let's assume, for instance, that we mapped out that we wanted a happy family within 10 years, but we're single. Well, we can create a relationship roadmap in order to meet people that could eventually potentially become a partner. If we are going through an injury right now, well, we can set the roadmap to fix that injury. Whatever it is that we committed on pursuing on the 10-year plan, we create a 3-month, very specific framework that we're going to be following. Then, step number 4, we master the weekly sprint. So we, in our methodology, work in sprints. We set up 1-week experiments and we go all in, working as hard as we can with the specific series of activities that we mapped on our calendar to achieve that, eventually that roadmap, right? So the 10-year vision, the 12-week roadmap, and finally the 1-week framework. And finally, we get daily feedback. So we show up every day with a very clear daily structure. We perform every day based on what we jot down on the calendar on a weekly basis. And at the end of the day, we get feedback on how the day went. Where did we waste time? What things didn't go the way they wanted to go? What is the thing that went better than expected? All of those little things are the things that will help us become better over time. And this is how you truly outcompete everyone. But it all hinges on having a very clear purposeful vision. Having a 10-year goal you absolutely believe in, not because it's going to give you fame or money or whatever, but because you cannot conceive of a better way of employing the time you've been given on Earth. That purposeful vision truly is the missing link that may be preventing you from showing up at your best. Because you can read all books on productivity, on focus, on belief system optimization, whatever your self-development issue you may be willing to learn these days. But if you have no way, if you have no idea of where are you going, you're not going to really use it and leverage to the max. So I hope this was useful. This is a missing core component of all elite performers. Elon Musk has it, Richard Branson has it, all sorts of elite performers in business have a very clear, strong vision that pulls them forward. They don't need to push themselves to achieve it. So I hope this was useful. If you want to go deeper into this concept, check this video here because it fully complements what I just described. And of course, see you in the next video.